Okay, this is how I wanted this shot to go. Man, am I incredibly displeased. It's like I start doing this and it's fucking hot out and I gotta be to a place and I'm late because I'm trying to get some extra shots. I got fucking phone notifications. I got this fucking thing that sticks to the window that I've never used before and trying to take forever to make sure that it gets where I want it to go. And I don't even like the shot, but I got another shot I gotta do in between going to do some kind of handyman work. So I'll just reposition it there and get stuff going because I have to be somewhere at 2. It takes 15 minutes to get there and it's already 2:02. And how do I explain it? I was just like fucking around with my shit. You know, I just don't want things to be shitty. Last we left off, I was having problems with my DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal. Since then, I've had some time to experiment with it and it's finicky. Right now, the phone is balanced. There's a gimbal reset dialog on screen. Okay. There could be something wrong with the tilt motor because of the way it flops around when it fails to engage. There's no way to balance the tilt axis. Unless you're using a really light phone, it's going to tilt down when you let go of it. So the weight limit for this gimbal is 230 grams, and I'm using an OtterBox case on an iPhone XR, which comes in at 233 grams. I have tried using without the case, and it still fails. I don't think 3 grams would be enough to damage the motor after 4 or 5 uses, but weight limits are a thing to keep in mind when buying a gimbal, so the mystery is still afoot, or whatever people from this century say. But right now, if it's 50-50 not likely to work, I am 90% not likely to use it. That didn't go the way I wanted it to go. Maybe this won't work. I'm just gonna point out that this scene is a metaphor for being disappointed by unrealistic expectations of how something would look when executed based on no prior knowledge or testing. Although I'm not sure you can call something a metaphor if it happens in real life. Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to smash the DJI. Either way, this is what the inside of a gimbal looks like. Yeah, this is one of those things where you take failure and you make it your main plot line. Super hot, super stressed out, trying to get certain shots, trying not to do things randomly, and kind of locking down as much as I can in terms of this is what I know how to do, stick to what I know. But of course, it's not, you know, I've never used this thing that mounts to the window before. My tripod I use my GoPro on right now, I can't tighten it without a wrench, or it just might be really old and it just won't tighten down. But I can definitely see that it's not locked down and it rotates very easily. So this rear shot, I don't know, maybe I'll get a teeny bit from it. Maybe I can crop it in, but it's kind of frustrating. I'm trying to get to a place, I'm trying to do stuff, like do a job, and I'm gonna be 30 minutes late because I spent forever doing 2 shots and I'm only gonna use one of them. So I am exhausted already. There's this thing about learning stuff, and I don't know exactly how it goes, but the way I think of it is like the hill, the valley, and the mountain. And the hill is like when you learn how to do something for the first time, you're just like happy, you know, video, oh, I got moving pictures, like this is great, look at this. And then you see the valley, and at the other end of it is the mountain. And the mountain is what you really want to get to. And you can see it, and you see, oh, there's all this stuff I can do, but you go through the valley, and the valley is like, everything's hard, and you're not going anywhere, you're not going up. And you go all that work just to get to the mountain, and that's when it gets really hard. But at least when you get to the mountain, things start going up. And in the end, you can't know everything, and in the process of climbing that mountain, that is where you will die. There's an invisible line that nobody can cross. No one can know enough. There isn't enough time in a lifetime. It's all about doing the thing. The destination is death, what are you doing in between? To start a new thing, it kind of feels like a waste of time, but I keep thinking about doing it, so I'm doing it. I want to be the one who does the thing. And whether or not this is a total disasters can be entertaining. Not liking this, not liking sweating, not liking having to do all this work to then go to a place to do work that I'd like to be able to include in this. This is supposed to be something that I'm doing really fast, but I seem to be taking a long time to do it, and I just can't let go of certain things. And whether or not that is, true to the form of what I'm actually trying to do, probably not. I think the whole thing is I'm just sick of mowing lawns and being on call to do things. It's like everything that isn't doing some kind of video is kind of a waste of time, and it's kind of embarrassing. If I'm in my 30s, it's kind of embarrassing. It's like why haven't I gotten it together yet and actually become something? Go straight. If anything, this is gonna get it out of my system, but it's kind of like, what's the point? And I'm very good at systematically doing very illogical things, like put a bunch of effort into a thing that won't pay off and will just get me aggravated. It's easier to just decide to do something than to turn in a job application or try and be part of some kind of a team. It's easier to just deal with all this stuff where it's like I'm doing it on my own. I wish I was the kind of person who could work well with others. So I'm going to be putting up a fence or something. I'm not 100% sure. A lot of times I go into doing things and I don't really know what's happening, and it's just kind of like I schedule it in and figure it out. And right now I'm exhausted, and who knows if I'm going to have the energy to actually record anything, but I'll try. Got out of that job. I didn't want to film anything because I was already late, and I didn't want to be like, hey, I'm doing a YouTube show, can I film my life as I do work for you? So basically how it was like putting fencing around some newly planted trees so deer won't eat them. So it was 2.5 hours of cupping. Uh-oh. There's a rock here. Okay, I gotta move my post. And yada, yada, yada. Do it again. And it's hot, and I don't like to sweat. And then putting up fencing. And then just when I'm like, okay, I'm almost done. It's like, oh, no, there's one more. I didn't see that tree that's out of sight. So just as I'm at the end of the tunnel, it's like one more, and Lyme disease. So that was that. And now I have one more lawn to mow today. So let's see if I survive this. Okay, well, that was fun. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, ready to be done. In case you're wondering, this is how the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal works on a good day. It comes with a sticker that says the camera should be on the top left side, because sometimes it could be hard to tell which way is up on this thing. I'm holding the tilt axis with my right hand and pushing the phone to the left or right in tiny increments. The goal here is for the phone to stay horizontally level on its own. So if you're just a little off, it's going to be unbalanced. Then I turn it to vertical with the camera on top. You push these parts on the back left or right with the same degree of tender loving care until it can stay upright on its own. If you let go of the tilt motor, it will flop down. That's normal. So I'm going to hold on to it and let go as I turn it on. It will go into vertical mode. Then I double tap the M to switch to horizontal. So today we have a working gimbal. Yay, right? If you're thinking my poorly mashed up vlog gimbal tutorial doesn't have a proper resolution, you're probably right. In this case, I'm covered by the default 1-year warranty, so contacting customer service will most likely result in getting a free replacement.
Why am I not nice? Or what shelf? Stellar the album. No, son, I must know where get for our I'm doing the back on if I had lost a bit with my house. Are you life for that? Or only, are you life for that?
The end.